Welcome back to Lasco Ford. This is the 2020 Ford Expedition, but not just an Expedition, Limited or Platinum, something that you see on the daily. This is the King Ranch. So the 2020 Expedition King Ranch. They brought it back for 2020 model, and we're going to show you what the 2020 King Ranch is all about. First, I'd like you to be able to like and subscribe real quickly. If you could do a comment, that'd be great, so we can just keep giving you more videos and answer questions that you're asking and give you the content that you're looking for. That helps us to be able to do this. So we're doing this a little bit more casual today, so we could just really go around the vehicle, see what it is, and not kind of like overplay it. So let's just check it out. This is the, again, the 2020 Ford Expedition in that King Ranch package. Now, what you're going to see here is a unique grille with you're going to have two-tone on all these King Ranch styling. They had a monochromatic package that you could have for the King Ranch back in the previous design of it. This huge emblem here, you've got your forward camera here, and you're going to have a little trap door that pops open, and anytime you hit your windshield wiper fluid, cleans off your camera in the front. That's nice to have. Well, we've continued, and we mentioned the grille shutters that are inside the 150 and actually originally started in the 2012 Ford Focus. This is going to be continuing on, obviously, with the Expedition as well. Hopefully you just saw those tow hooks down below. Forward sensing system here. Now, part of what that's going to be is a standard feature called the Co-Pilot, right? So that is going to be with all of the Expedition, your Limited, your King Ranch, your Platinum standard features. So looking into that, what is that? Let me list it off for you. Here we go. Ford Co-Pilot 360 standard on all series includes auto high beam for your headlights. Then you're going to have Bliss, which is your blind spot awareness. That's going to give you not only what's in your blind spot, but it's going to also give you that cross traffic alert. So if you're parked and backing out of a parking place at a shopping store or something like that, if somebody's coming up or down your lane or up or down your road as you're backing out of a driveway, it'll alert you from driver's side or the passenger side, give you an amber indicator and an audible alert. So lane keeping system, which includes your lane keeping assist and your lane keeping alert. So it will assist you to stay in your lane and also alert you as well. So you can turn it to a passive mode where it just alerts you and it doesn't adjust your lane assist to keep you in your lane on the dash line and on the solid line that you're going to have traveling down the road. The last thing that's going to be in that Co-Pilot 360 is going to be your pre-collision assist with automatic emergency braking, which includes, hold on, this is straight off the press, which includes pedestrian detection and forward collision warning with dynamic brake support, a rear view camera with washer, forward camera with washer, and then adaptive cruise control with stop and go and voice activated navigation on the touchscreen. Enhancements to come later on this year too. So I wanted you to be able to see not only this vehicle, let's check out the unique wheels and what the King Ranch really is. Now your headlights, yes, we've got the quad LED headlights that are in here with a running light too. Now we just mentioned a bunch of safety features. Now you can see a little bit better, a lot better, especially with these quad beams are unreal. But when you have the forward sensing system, you have the pre-collision, you've got the emergency braking with pedestrian alert system, the Co-Pilot 360, what do you think happens to your safety, your insurance, and being able to keep a vehicle of this caliber that clean, right? Well, we ended up getting 5 stars in 5 categories and a 4-star in another category. That's 29 stars total. We'll show you that in just a minute when we take a look at the window sticker. I do want you to be able to see the branding or the badging, but the badging is actually a brand. So this is a brand that started in 1853. They established the King's Ranch down in Texas. This is called this elongated W, right? What is that? Well, that represents actually a diamondback rattlesnake that was often found on the King's Ranch down there. So this is where you're seeing the tanneries and the leather upholstery and all that be produced for Ford. They're licensed with Ford to do this King Ranch. So that, to me, that's cool. Just a little bit of history there for you, right? Let's take a look at the wheels. The wheels are going to be a 20-inch. You got this massive 22-inch. I'm sorry, 22-inch. I said 20, I meant 22. On the inlay of this, right? This is where you're going to have it painted to match that two-tone that you'll see up on the mirror. Darker paint on the inside right here, and then you have your brand that's going to go on the inside of the hubs, unique only to the King Ranch package. Power deployable running boards on this as well, and then you're going to have your 360 camera here, so that's going to be on this side. Up front where you saw it, where the Ford emblem was, you're going to have just the ability to touch this, will lock, or unlock the vehicle. You can see that little flicker right here in your LED turn signals on the side. You have power folding mirrors, so you have those, but also on your power folding mirror is where you're gonna have that blind spot awareness. Now in this package, which is pretty cool for 2020 Ford Expedition in the King Ranch, we also have a heavy duty towing package, class 4, 9,300 pounds. This is equipped to do that, so we're going to show you that in just a second on the back side of this Expedition. But if you take a look, it's a $1,500 option, and that is going to be the 3.5 liter with a 3.73 gear ratio to go along with it. We happen to order it with an engine block heater too, because we are here in Michigan and it's cold. That's why I'm wearing a coat while I'm doing this video. Top of this too, take a look up here, okay, where your crossbars are, your roof rack system, all that good stuff. You see how this is painted for that same two-tone King Ranch dynamic of what they've done for King Ranch, right? Power deployable running boards. I'll just show you that real quick because it's just nice to be able to demonstrate those. Those are huge too. So we'll show you the inside here in just a few minutes, but we also want you to see what the noise quality is going to be. So we'll show you shortly a quick video of a person going down the road, and this is actually going to be Jay, the camera guy. He's going down the road at 70 miles an hour down the highway, just recording the sound bit too. So we'll show you that, and we'll keep going across some exterior options, equipment, and show you the back part of where the towing is, taillights, inside, and keep moving forward. Go ahead and check this clip out real quick. See you in just a second.
All right, here we are in the 2020 Ford Expedition King Ranch. Highway speed at 70 miles per hour. Noise test. 2020 Ford Expedition King Ranch.
Well, what'd you think of that? That's going down the road 70 plus miles an hour with very quiet feel, a very soft feel, especially for a 22-inch wheel. Very comfortable, right? We'll show you a couple other things. So, you know how much I love some other brands that don't have options like, well, like this, for example. That's weird. I mean, there's some brands that can do it, but I know you can't do that on a Yukon, an Escalade, or a what's the other one? Tahoe. Yeah, one of those. That's supposed to be our competition. Well, not much of a competition when they're not bringing enough to the table to really dance with this bad boy. So this is going to be the lifting rear gate, right? You got your power lifted rear gate. No more arms and contraptions going in and bringing it up and down. Things that you will have though, a huge amount of controls over here, right? To be able to go third row, right? We want to be able to simply fold that seat down, get it out of the way. Well, not only that, but well, we want to do some other things too, like look at this huge trunk area. Look at our jack and roadside assistance equipment. You know, you definitely want to make sure you've got your cargo net extra storage areas, your funnel for our capless fuel system that we've got as well. And then we're going to show you the interior features of exactly how some of these seats are moving, folding, the amount of space that you have, which is significantly large. This is pretty cool. You can set where you want your lift gate to be, right? So if you're a little bit shorter like myself, press and hold. Did you hear the little beep? Well, that just means it's never going to go any taller than that. So if you've got a garage door and you don't want to back out of your garage and hang your lift gate up, because I know a few people who have done that, not going to name any names here at all. You're waiting for me to name a name, right? Yeah. Not going to do it today. I actually like him. So, sorry, Brandon. Anyway, down here is our soft button to open the whole lift gate. Right here is where our soft button is to open the rear window, right? Here's where your backup camera is, and here's where your windshield washer fluid is going to come out and spray not only the back, but the front. It'll spray that anytime you hit your windshield washer fluid. Down here, you've got your reverse sensing system, again with the two-tone here. This is where you're going to see that kit to be able to pull off and see where your 7-pin wiring harness is over here, and then also your 4-pin wiring harness over here. Spare tire up underneath, and yeah, that works out great. So, did you see what just happened?
Yeah, what's that?
That was because I have the key in my pocket, and literally, if you wave your foot or if you go up underneath here, it'll raise and lower this. So literally, I just put my hand underneath here, and it picked up that from a sensor. That was so cool. That's cool. So yeah, sweeping motion up underneath the rear bumper. Just go right in front of where that Ford emblem is, and you can literally, if you just line yourself right up with a Ford emblem, take your key if it's in your possession. So here's your new key for the 2020 Expedition. You're gonna have your unlock, your lock, your remote start. You're gonna have your power lift gate and your alarm, along with a runner's key that's gonna go inside there too. It's easy enough. Taking a look, again, more branding, more badging, huge LEDs in the back too. A nice spoiler that comes up over the top too. That's gonna be obviously painted to match. And then you're gonna have your side wind curtains that are gonna come over here and just keep traveling around, keeps a lot of that dirt, debris, dust off the back of the vehicle. Now, you have two different Expeditions, right? Well, lengthwise, okay, you've got an Expedition like this, and then you have Expedition Max. That's gonna be the longer version, giving you more room in the back seat. Other things that are nice too is the lowest loading floor height, right? So if you go to take a box and pick it up and go, let me try and heave this thing into my Suburban, yeah, good luck. I hope you throw your back out. Just buy a Ford instead, and you can do it a lot lower. It's a lot easier to get in there. Enjoy the show, right? So in the back seat, this is what we want to focus it on now. And this is just seeing how this back seat works. So I'm going to point out a couple things. He's going to get a camera view from that side. I'm going to go over to the other side. We'll take a look at having some fun. So if you are going to be inside of this giant luxurious vehicle, and you're going to notice this supple leather that's going to be coming from Texas, and you're going to see this huge brand of that Diamondback rattlesnake from the King's Ranch down in Texas. Yeah, in Kingsville, I want to say it's Kingsville, Texas. Only makes sense, right? And that was in Kleberg County, I do believe. Double check me, write a note. I'm sure you probably will, because you're probably from Texas and I want to see it. But these huge, I mean, those are massive armrests. It's so comfy and cushy, right? So one thing that I can say that I'm not a huge fan of is a hard side console, right? Because then I'm a leaner. I lean to the right when I drive. It is what it is. But then you're like, my elbow is irritated, right? I'm leaning while I'm driving. Really, I'm not. It's not like I'm mad about it. It's just going, if I had something this soft and comfy, then I'd probably be a lot happier driving. So not only can this seat go forward and back, right? But also it's designed that if you have a safety seat for a child, right, that you can literally just grab this handle that's right here and lift this forward, right? Or I'm gonna get these mats out of the way real quick here too. But if you do it, you can push it down, don't be afraid of it, right? But grab it and it'll roll forward too. So now it gives you that access, a step plate here for you to get into that third row seat, which of course you're gonna ask me to do it. Here it is. So, you know, again, 5'8". First thing I look at is, well, it's got roof vents. So now I can be back here and not sucking in all the hot air from the rest of the cabin. I'm actually getting some AC, or I'm getting some heat if I'm freezing. You're gonna notice that's gonna be vents up above the rear seat, or the second row seating, above both the driver's side and passenger side. LEDs in here. You can push those, turn them on, turn them off. Got a little hook here. Grab handle not only here for the third row passenger, but another grab handle on the B pillar for the second row passenger to be able to get in and out. I do want you to pay attention. All right, pause, rewind, totally missed something vital. Well, I've got charging ports right here. That's not vital. How about this? I mean, really? He's got power reclining seats. In the third row, I feel like a king in my King Ranch. Oh, hail the king of the King Ranch. Here we go, right? So I still want to show you what's going on up here. So here's your backside of your control center, right? We've got two USBs. We've got our stainless steel dials to be able to go, oh, there's our fan speed. Here's our directional of where we want it. Our heated seats for the second row because you're spoiled rotten. And then back here, 3-prong outlet. And this will have a green or orange indicator that when you're plugged in. So it's easy as that. There you go. Boom. Shut all your little trap doors. And then let's take a look at the front. I mean, why wouldn't we? That's the next spot to go. So if you open the door, the first thing that I noticed getting in the vehicle was the notorious, you want to just kill the lights. Yeah, absolutely. So you don't have the ding of the dinging, right? So this is like the little, hey everybody, look at me, I'm Bang & Olufsen, because I'm better than Sony and better than Bose, and what else are you going to throw at it? Harman Kardon? Cool. Good luck. Try it out with the Bose. Oh yeah, try it out with this. Yeah, here we go. Bang & Olufsen. Look them up. They're expensive, I promise you. Take a look at this, right? So on the inside of this is all this soft, supple leather. So now when your knee, if you're driving and you're a knee leaner, right? Knee hits that, it goes numb, you can't feel anything. Next thing you know, boom, you know, there's an issue, you know? So maybe not that dramatic, but at least your knee's gonna be comfortable. Got your wood grain all the way through here. You got this huge area up here with a wireless charging, one of those smaller ones. What are those things called again, Jay?
USB-C.
USB-C, right? And then you got your regular USB. I don't have anything with a USB-C yet. Maybe I need to get something. I guess I'm out of it. Locking center console, but it's huge. So you can double it. Like I said before on a couple other things, like a filing cabinet, right? Put your pens up here. You got a couple little ports to where you can actually have a cord come out and through there. So you're not gonna get all hung up trying to slam this thing shut 95 times like, come on, just shut already. You know, it's got an area for that so you don't have that frustration. If we take a look inside, you're gonna have a trailer brake controller. Whenever you have that heavy duty trailer towing package that's gonna be on this vehicle, a backup trailer brake, that's your trailer backup assist, right? So we're gonna have that. Take a look at some buttons and switches before we get into the Sync 3 system and the heads-up display and all that stuff, or the dash, right? This is gonna be a descent control, traction control, hazard switch, lane keeping system, auto start stop deactivation switch, and then your camera switch here, right? So this is gonna go, I want my forward camera, I want my bird's eye view camera, I want my reverse camera, I want a combination of both. Well, why don't we just fire it up and show you what we can do here, right? Sorry. There we go. All right, we're in accessory mode. Even the thing...
And you know, that's something to point out. I think Ben was pointing out to me, so foot off the brake for accessory mode. If you're
foot off the brake for accessory mode to start it, foot on the brake, otherwise you'll never hit a lick, right? And then you're gonna be, you know, wondering why, okay? So the other things I didn't like really point out is like all of this stitching in here, right? So they had that called pecan stitching back when they had the Mesa leather with this vehicle specifically in the 150s, right? So they called it Mesa. Now this is actually a black interior. So I'm glad we mentioned that. This is technically the black interior for the King Ranch. So if you're ordering one, you know, you can obviously call us or order it on the webpage, right? And we do deliver. So check this out. You're gonna have your turn dial switch, right? Which I believe is the first year for King Ranch. I know not Expedition, but for King Ranch, this turn dial is going to be how you're going to put it from park to reverse, neutral drive, and go into a manual mode, which allows you to adjust shifting by your plus and minus buttons down here. Drive mode, we're going to have more of a terrain management control system that
I can go through that if
you've seen. Yeah, okay. That's cool. Drive mode, let's look at that first. So drive mode is when I'm turning the dial now, grass, gravel, snow, sand, mud and rut. This is going to be your trailer and tow haul mode. A sport mode, boom, that's definitely something cool to see. Let's keep going. And then you have the fuel economy or the eco mode, right? And then you're going to have your normal driving mode here. Last one, oh wait, no, I already did this one. Grass, gravel, and snow. There's so many modes. They just keep lots of modes here. Rear parking assist is going to be down here as well. And then we can get into the heated air conditioned seats, dual climate control. So heated and air conditioned here, dual climate control are adjustable now with a digital display on our fan speed. I like that. Digital display on what we're doing as far as your dual climate control goes. We're at 61. Cool. I want to go to as low as possible on my side because it's hotter than Vegas inside this room because they didn't turn off the heaters. My goodness. So if we take a look up here now, all right, this is my favorite part. I want to go here first. So swipe, okay. Want to check and see. This is my first check, right? I want to check on the seats, man. That's the first thing that I always look at is to go, do we have multi-contour or do we not have multi-contour?
Not on this one.
But guess what you do have it in? The Platinum, if you want to upgrade, that's available for a small charge. It's not small, it's a charge, okay? It's a hefty one at that. But if we take a look at some of these things that are in here, navigation here, application, even our climate control, you can have redundant controls on just about everything nowadays, right? Because you can control a lot of this from the steering wheel down below here or the touchscreen or by voice. So when we start talking about some of these things, whatever you can control on this vehicle, check it with voice. Check to see if you can set climate to 65 degrees and it goes bink to 60 as soon as you hit your voice command, right? So all you got to do is simply hit the button that's on your steering wheel, which we're going to show you in just a second, and we'll go through that. Navigation, you can use your Apple CarPlay, you can use your Android Auto, but you can also use the navigation that Ford has as well. If you're going to be plugged in using navigation, you can do that talk to the destination. Talk and give it exactly where your destination is, or a crossroad, or you can even go through points of interest, POI, all of those good things too. And if you just tap on the screen, it can adjust. Now, I did want to talk about one thing, Ford Pass. All right, so when it came out, I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. I can locate my vehicle and, you know, ping where it's at. Well, then I started getting a little bit more creative with Ford Pass. And what I mean by that is not just your climate control, lock and unlock your vehicle, remote start your vehicle. Like I do some mountain biking, I do some hiking, I do some hunting. Sorry if I lost that one guy that I lost last time demonstrating a Ford and talking about hunting. Okay, next. So the cool thing is I can literally plot my course of where I'm gonna go running, or whether I go mountain biking, whether I go hunting, locate where you put stands on state property, whatever the case might be. You can ping that with your Ford Pass. So regardless if you have a Ford or not, check out Ford Pass. It actually works pretty well. Now you pair that up with your vehicle, it simultaneously will go, hey, I'm gonna not only remote start your vehicle, I'm gonna confirm when it's done, I'm gonna confirm when I lock and unlock the doors, but also I wanna check one more thing. It's got the thing for HD, for Wi-Fi. It's got all that stuff on here too, so let's get out of here, go home, and then I wanna go back over to Wi-Fi. Okay, Wi-Fi notifications available, Wi-Fi in the vehicle, vehicle Wi-Fi, right? So I just wanna make sure that before I go spit it out of my mouth that it's actually accurate, right? That we can turn it on, we can put the vehicle into a Wi-Fi or expand our zone. That's gonna be through AT&T. They give that to you for a trial period. Then it's, I mean, legitimately it's 20 bucks a month. So if you're gonna be in a vehicle that's $79,000, you could probably afford 20 bucks a month for some Wi-Fi. I mean, you and 10 of your friends can use that within 50 feet. Totally easy to do, right? Let's take a look at the steering wheel real quick here. So voice button here, when you're plugged in, that's your Siri. When you're plugged in, that's your Google Voice. If you're not plugged in, what I mean by that is your phone, right? When you are plugged in, that's what that turns into, right? You got your volume control here, your media control, hanging up your phone or picking your phone up. Over here on this side, you got your cruise control, decreasing or increasing the amount of space between you and the vehicle in front of you for your adaptive cruise control. So if we take a look up here, you can simply go through here and go, here's gonna be your trip, your fuel economy, the vehicle itself, a towing mode, and then you're gonna have a terrain management mode along with a settings mode. Now you can configure the dash the way that you want it to be up here and reflect back to that by going, all right, if I don't like one thing, I wanna change it out, you can literally go to the star, which is gonna be your customs or your favorites, right? So that's gonna be your favorite dash setup. So just hit left, that's your My View, and you can see what you want it to be for you, right? You're the one who is paying the dough to have this vehicle. You might as well get it exactly the way that you want to, right? So now Ford gives you that option to be able to control and adjust as you see fit. Let's take a look underneath the hood, because there's a 3.5 liter, 375 horsepower power plant underneath there with 2 turbos. Let's go. Well, here we are underneath the hood of the 2020 Ford Expedition King Ranch. Taking a look underneath here, you're still gonna notice you're gonna have a hood latch. Now, we just did a video not too long ago, and that was gonna be for the Ford Escape 2020, where you had a double pull hood latch underneath. Well, that's you're gonna see that carry on to a lot of the Ford product brand here in the near future, I'm sure. This is gonna be the 3.5 liter. This is gonna be the EcoBoost engine. You have to go to the Platinum if you wanna get the high output bad boy. That's a little bit more speed, not more in the towing relationship there, but it's going to be 375 horsepower under the hood here with 9,300 pounds of towing capability. So if this works out for you well, and this is going to be something that you're going to haul the family camper, go up north, horse trailer, dune buggies, whatever you're going to yank behind this thing, or just go run, grab the family whenever they need to go where you need to go, check out the 2020 Ford Expedition. Pretty sweet ride, and we appreciate you taking a look at the video here. If you got any comments, please put them down below. Like, subscribe. If you don't like it, we'll still look at your comment, probably laugh at it, but it'll be funny. Take a look at our website down below, lascoford.com. We do deliver, so if you live out of state and we have a vehicle you're considering, don't hesitate to ask. We appreciate it. We'll talk to you soon.